Welcome back, HMC, to squat workout number 9. For today's workout, we're just going to need some dumbbells, as well as about 3 to 5 feet of space around you. As always, make sure you've got that water nearby. And remember, I take rejection really well. If you are feeling any pain, discomfort, or need to take a break, feel free to pause and come back later. Let's go ahead, get things nice and warmed up, reaching all the way up. Let's go ahead, exhale, drop it into warrior 2, stepping forward nice and wide, stretching out those calves. Opening up at the chest. Stepping forward, let's reach up again. Stepping out to the other side, squaring off those hips, pressing forward through those legs. Opening up. Bring ourselves back to center. Let's go ahead, draw circles on the wall beside you with both shoulders. Switching directions. Perfect. Stepping out nice and wide. Nice dynamic stretch. Doing our hula hoops. Nice big hip circles. Switching directions. Awesome. Taking left hand onto that left leg. Holding onto that wall, that countertop, that chair for support if you need. Pressing forward and through. Let's drop it down, switch legs. Pressing forward and through. Remember, holding onto that wall, that countertop for support. Or don't be a hero. Feeling a little unsteady, just step out and then reset. Perfect. Go ahead, right foot forward, heel up, toes facing the ceiling, lean down. On the next inhale, bring yourself up, switching sides. Perfect. Last movement here. Bring that right foot up, holding onto that wall, that countertop for support. Drawing circles on the floor. Switching directions, ankle circles. Drop it down, let's switch sides, left foot comes out. We go ahead, drop it down. Let's go ahead, get right into it. Start our 9th ever squat workout. All right, now that we're nice and warmed up, we'll go ahead and get right into it. We're gonna start with some narrow stance squats. So bringing those feet in, we're not going all the way in, just right within that kind of hip distance apart. We're gonna hug baby up and in, create that neutral spine. Shoulder blades are gonna come back and down. We'll do this one body weight since this is the first time we're doing this movement. We're gonna sit down like we're sitting in a chair. Coming right up, that is 1 rep. We'll do 3 rounds of 15 of this guy. All the way down, driving those knees out towards those pinky toes and resisting gravity on the downward phase of our squat. Knees outwards, drive those knees apart. Create that space for your hips here. You got this. Set number 1. Keeping that chin tucked, looking about 6 feet on the ground in front of us here. 2 and 1. Stand it up. Shake it out. Check in on how that felt. Are we feeling it in those booties? Feeling it in those hamstrings? That is perfect. We really just want to make sure we're not feeling anything in our lower backs. Giving yourself what you need here. When you're ready, let's reset. Feet slightly narrower than hip width apart. Drive those knees out towards those pinky toes. Baby up and in. Shoulders back and down. Let's squat. Driving those knees apart. You got this. And in that downward portion, we're not just falling, we're resisting gravity. You got this. Remembering to breathe, push through those heels. You got this. And 3, 2, And 1, stand it up, shake it out. Give yourself what you need here. Exercise number 1, we've got 1 more round. Feet apart, knees apart. Send those knees to those pinky toes. Neutral spine. Let's go. You got this. Driving that booty backwards. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You got this. Stand it up. Shake it out. Give yourself what you need here. We're going to move on to some wide stance squats. So doing the opposite of what we just did, let's step out those feet nice and wide in a great big power stance. Remember, we're going to create that neutral spine, hugging baby up and in. And remember, we're sending those knees toward those pinky toes. We can go hands on the waist, hands across the chest, kind of pop them in this T-Rex position that I tend to revert to. And when you're ready, mama, let's drive those hips back and down and squat. Ten to go. Driving those knees away from each other. You got this. 5 more. 2, and 1. Stand it up, shake it out. Little micro rest here. Grabbing that water, turning down the air conditioning, doing whatever you need right here. Catch that breath. When you're ready, feet nice and wide, knees towards those pinky toes, belly button to spine, hands come up, let's squat. You got this. Halfway there. Remember to breathe. Knees towards those pinky toes. 3, 2, and 1. Stand it up. Shake it out. 1 more round of these. It's a little too easy on those wide stance squats. Go ahead, grab that weight. Work with a dumbbell. When you're ready, mama, nice and wide. Catch that breath, shoulders back and down, belly button to spine, neutral spine. Knees come out. Let's go. You got this. Nice and wide. And resist gravity on the way down. We're working against it. You got this. And 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. Grab that water. Those glutes, those hams are firing at this point. Give yourself what you need here. Grab that water. Check that phone. Start a workout on your Apple Watch, whatever you need right here. And next up, we're going to go ahead with some narrow stance, single leg lunges. So stepping backwards with that right leg, about 3 feet. We're going to perform this movement by dropping that knee to the ground, pushing through the feet of that front leg, and that is 1 rep. We'll go ahead and do 15 on each side. Take a break and do that for 3 rounds. Stepping forward on that toe of that back leg. Make sure those hips are nice and flush, nice and square with your screen here. Let's go ahead, drop it down. Knees can go over toes, but let's make sure the knee is tracking in the same direction as those toes. You got this. Remember to breathe. And let's go ahead, switching sides. You got this. Halfway there. All right, stand it up, shake it out. We've got 2 more rounds of this one. This one will feel a little bit more in those quadriceps. They might be burning a little bit. As long as we're moving within a pain-free range of motion, that is totally fine. All right, let's go ahead. Left foot forward, right foot back. Chest is proud, hips are square. Hug that baby up and in. Drop it down. You got this. Two, one, switching sides for 10, go. You got this. 2, 1. We've got one more round, then we'll move on to the accessory work. You got this. Shaking it out, grabbing that water. Give your body what you need here. My air conditioning just got turned up, so I'm very, very excited about that. All right, mama, when you're ready, right foot back, left foot forward. Square off those hips. Let's squat. Feet together, let's switch. You got this. All right, stand it up straight. Shake it out. Next up, we're gonna have 2 1-minute AMRAPs, and we're gonna do abductions, so a minute on each side, and then calf raises to finish things off, burn things out a little bit. So I want you to go ahead, grab that chair, bringing it to your side here. And when you're ready, after we're nice and hydrated, catch that breath, hand coming on the chair for balance. Nice square hips here. We're gonna start on the left side. Foot comes out, angling that heel at a 45-degree angle. Foot comes out, back in. 1 minute on the clock here. Keeping that torso nice and upright. There's a string pulling from the top of your head. And don't lock out that weight-bearing knee. "30 seconds here. As upright as you can here. 2, 1, shake it out. Let's switch sides. And heel out, 1 minute. Abductions on the right side. Feeling it right here in those glute meads. You got this. Heel out. Controlled movements here. We got 30 seconds. Right at the finish line. 2, 1. All right, last movement here. 1 minute AMRAP. We can use this chair for support, or we can do it with no hands. Let's hug that baby up and in. 1 minute on the clock. Let's calf raise. Rising up onto those toes, resisting gravity on the way down. You got this. Halfway there. All the way up, all the way down. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1. Drop it down, shake it out. Well done. Grab that water. Cheers to you. Take a big sip. Give yourself what you need here. And let's go ahead, cool things down. Reaching all the way up. Exhale, take it to the right. Inhale back up. Let's go to the left. Dropping it down, clasp those hands behind your back. Create that distance, thumbs away from the booty. Drop it down, reaching across. Give yourself a hug. Drop it down. Let's go ahead, switch sides. Awesome. Going ahead, stepping forward nice and wide with that left foot. Right leg is straight behind us. Plant that heel into the ground. Let's press forward and through with those hips. Let's go ahead, switch sides. And then on this same side, let's rock backwards, lean forward, stretch out that hamstring. See if you can touch your toe. Go ahead, inhale very slowly back up. Other side. Perfect, very slowly standing up. Grabbing onto that wall, that countertop, that chair for support if you need. Left hand, left leg, pressing forward and through with those hips. Go ahead, drop those down. Let's switch sides. Pressing forward and through. Drop it down. Amazing job today. That was squat workout number 9. We'll see you next time.